Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Ugly. I think Gino pushed Jasmine away with cruel comments. She's found love with Branis and is expecting their baby. I believe Gino Palazzolo's behavior led Jasmine Pineda to distance herself from him and turn her into a true villain of 90 Day, The Last Resort. I enjoyed watching Gino and Jasmine's on-screen journey during their first season. They appeared sincerely in love and committed to making their relationship succeed. Despite their imperfections, such as Jasmine's jealousy and Gino's awkwardness, they appeared united in their vision for the future. By the end of the season, they had entered into a serious relationship, with Gino proposing to Jasmine and asking her to marry him. I had believed Jasmine and Gino couldn't make their marriage work, considering how long they were together. However, they proved me wrong in the end. They continued to argue and eventually sought therapy in 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2. Jasmine shared that Gino had become distant and stopped being intimate with her. On the other hand, Gino mentioned needing time to move past Jasmine's disrespectful actions. Eventually, their relationship fell apart after Jasmine suggested an open marriage and became pregnant with her friend, Branis. While Jasmine did make her fair share of mistakes and told many lies throughout their relationship, she still showed a strong desire to find solutions to their issues with intimacy. In contrast, Gino didn't show the same eagerness to salvage their relationship. He remained distant and even resorted to mocking Jasmine's physical appearance. In an episode of a previous season, Gino went as far as to call Jasmine ugly when talking about her behavior. I don't think Gino should have called Jasmine ugly or made fun of her looks. While he may not have liked her behavior or arguments, there was no justification for insulting her appearance. Jasmine has been open about her body image struggles in the past and works hard to look good, putting in a great deal of effort at the gym. She has also had cosmetic surgery to feel confident in her body. Even though Gino was critiquing Jasmine's behavior, I believe he went too far by calling her ugly. Gino had joined the recent season in an attempt to repair their marriage. However, he frequently used a sarcastic tone when referring to Jasmine, indicating a lack of respect. As time passed, Gino's social media responses became increasingly harsh. Recently, he posted an Instagram story dismissing Jasmine's claims, calling her a liar and accusing her of displaying typical Jasmine behavior. It appears that Gino had held a negative view of Jasmine even before joining 90 Day, The Last Resort, which likely contributed to the failure of their relationship. In early 2025, Jasmine revealed she was expecting a child with Matt. She expressed her affection for him and described him as a wonderful friend. Over recent months, Jasmine continued to speak highly of Matt, sharing photos of him helping her with household chores and mentioning he is a great baby daddy. She is confident in his willingness to co-parent and provide support. Jasmine often refers to Matt as a crucial part of her support system in the United States. I assume Jasmine has intentionally friend-zoned Matt because she can't trust another man. She has also stated that her goal is to focus on her inner peace and future. In my opinion, Jasmine has made the right decision by not entering a serious relationship with Matt. Although they are intimate and share cozy videos, Jasmine doesn't want to label Matt as her romantic partner. I believe Jasmine is better off now. As long as the 90 Day, The Last Resort star and Matt are happy with their arrangement, they can call their friendly, intimate relationship whatever they want. The 90 Day Fiancé franchise has introduced us to unforgettable couples, and few have captured as much attention as Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda. Their roller coaster love story was as dramatic as it was messy, filled with explosive arguments, passionate reconciliations, and moments that made fans wonder why they ever stayed together in the first place. But as time has shown, sometimes love doesn't just fizzle out. It breaks apart in a way that forces both people to confront truths they were trying to ignore. For Jasmine, the truth was simple but devastating. Gino's words hurt her more than she wanted to admit. His biting comments, especially the cruel ones about her looks, pushed her away until there was no path back. Now, Jasmine has closed that chapter, stepping into a new life with Branis, a man who not only treats her with kindness but has given her a fresh reason to smile. The couple is expecting their first child together. The downfall of Gino and Jasmine. From the moment viewers met Gino and Jasmine, sparks were undeniable. Jasmine was fiery, outspoken, and often insecure, while Gino was reserved, awkward, and prone to jealousy. Their personalities clashed in ways that made for compelling television. Still, fans noticed how much Jasmine craved affection and reassurance. She wanted to feel adored, to know she was cherished, and to hear words of affirmation from the man she left everything behind for. Instead, what she often got from Gino were jabs that cut deep. During arguments, he'd throw out words like ugly, either directly or indirectly, while criticizing her appearance. For someone as image-conscious and emotional as Jasmine, those words were like daggers. It wasn't just about vanity. It was about respect. She needed to feel beautiful in the eyes of the man she loved, but Gino frequently failed to offer that. And it wasn't only insults. Gino's lack of emotional support made things worse. Whether it was refusing to validate her concerns or shutting down when she cried, Jasmine often felt like she was fighting for love all by herself. To the outside world, she might have seemed dramatic or over the top, but underneath the surface, there was real pain. Every dismissive remark, every cruel comment about her appearance, pushed her closer to the point of no return. Why words matter? Some may argue that Jasmine overreacted, but the truth is words hold power, especially in intimate relationships. Being called ugly by the person you trust most can shatter confidence. It plants seeds of self-doubt that linger long after the argument ends. Gino might not have realized the weight of his words, but Jasmine did. She carried those insults with her, and slowly, they built a wall between them. Love without respect cannot thrive, and when respect is eroded by cruel comments, love begins to suffer with Matt Branis. Enter Matt Branis, a man far removed from the drama of 90 Day Fiancé, but exactly the kind of partner Jasmine had been yearning for. Where Gino was cold and critical, Matt is warm and supportive. He compliments her freely, reassures her when insecurities creep in, and makes her feel safe in a way she never did with Gino. Their love story has been quieter, away from the chaos of reality television cameras, but it's no less significant. Friends close to Jasmine say Matt has brought out a softer, more peaceful side of her. She no longer feels like she has to scream to be heard. She can simply exist in a relationship where her needs are met with compassion. And now, their happiness has reached a new milestone. Jasmine is expecting her first child with Matt. The news has thrilled fans who once worried Jasmine would never escape the emotional tug-of-war with Gino. Pregnancy has given her a sense of purpose and a new glow, both literally and figuratively. For the first time in a long time, Jasmine seems free of the toxic patterns that defined her past. How Jasmine found the strength to walk away. Walking away from Gino wasn't easy. For years, she clung to the hope that he would change, that his love for her would outweigh his harshness. But sometimes, love isn't enough to heal the wounds caused by constant criticism. Jasmine had to accept that her worth wasn't tied to whether or not Gino saw her as beautiful. That realization was liberating. It allowed her to see that she deserved more. More love, more respect, more gentleness. Meeting Matt wasn't about replacing Gino. It was about stepping into a relationship that matched the kind of partner she had always dreamed of having. Gino's reaction to Jasmine's new life. As for Gino, his response to Jasmine's new chapter has been predictably complicated. Reports suggest he feels blindsided by her moving on so quickly, especially with the pregnancy news. But many fans believe he has no one to blame but himself. After all, his inability to treat Jasmine with kindness ultimately drove her away. Some speculate that Gino might try to reach out, whether out of jealousy or regret. But Jasmine has made it clear that her focus is on her future, not the past. With Matt by her side and a baby on the way, she's invested in building a family rooted in love and respect. Two things she desperately craved during her time with Gino. The lesson in their story. The downfall of Gino and Jasmine serves as a cautionary tale. Words matter. You can love someone deeply, but if you tear them down with insults, eventually love won't be enough to hold the relationship together. Cruelty disguised as honesty is still cruelty, and once it takes root, it poisons everything around it. For Jasmine, finding Matt was a chance to rewrite her story. She's no longer the woman begging for affection or validation. She's a mother-to-be, loved and cherished by a man who understands the power of kindness. Final thoughts. Looking back, it's easy to see the cracks in Gino and Jasmine's relationship. Their fights weren't just about jealousy or money. They were about respect, or rather, the lack of it. Gino's cruel comments, especially calling Jasmine ugly, were the beginning of the end. No amount of apologies could erase the damage they caused. Now, Jasmine's life looks completely different. With Matt Branis, she's embraced a love that doesn't demand suffering or sacrifice. And with a baby on the way, she's stepping into motherhood with joy and hope. At the end of the day, Jasmine's story reminds us all of one truth. Love should lift you up, not break you down. And when you finally find the courage to walk away from the words that hurt you, sometimes you discover the love you always deserved waiting on the other side.